Hello everybody, Frankie Day here for Frankie Day Models. Okay fellas, right now for the topic of tonight's evening video, I got video number 2 for my Mach 72 model C131 CONVAIR Samaritan, or 340 or 410 model, or 440. Okay guys, a little bit of history about this aircraft right here. This aircraft was produced right after the Second World War. It was actually primarily designed for a short-haul aircraft. For an example, my neck of the woods is Dayton, Ohio. If I wanted to go to Michigan or Chicago or Pennsylvania or even Tennessee, West Virginia, any states around that area, these airplanes could fly in that short of distance from state to state. And these things were, like I say, they were designed for short-haul aircraft, commuter aircraft. And the Air Force used them too, and they had better ideas for them. They were such a well-handled aircraft. They more or less used it as utility aircraft, and mostly used them as a training aircraft for pilots. And Samaritan was more or less C131, which is his military name, which arrived from the 340 and the 440 aircraft. These aircraft here were more or less, like I said, they were used as for short haul, and the military had a great hand in it also as well. The United States, the Navy used them. It's called R4Ys. The Navy used them, and also the Air Force, which were C131s. And they were used, like I say, for school, for classroom ships, sky labs, and transport personnel. And they more or less phased out probably back in the late 1970s, or maybe early 1980s, somewhere around there. They weren't used anymore. We had other aircraft came to view. And I remember seeing these out in Port Hueneme, California, Oxnard Air Force Base, which was turned over. It was a civilian air base now, because the Oxnard Air Force Base moved somewhere else. And so the air base right there is more or less primary use for civilians, as student pilots and such. And I remember seeing these come in every 2 hours, coming for landing, let off a bunch of passengers get aboard, and it takes off again. As for the kit itself, it's only one of its type, the 1/72nd scale. There are others out there. The Hawk made a good example of one. I think it's scale, what, 1/130 scale, something like that. It had a wingspan about, oh, I don't know, I'd say that's 6 inches. And I've got a 1/144 scale of the 340 model like this. Except it had TWA markings on it. And that's about it. There's only 3 companies. Well, Hawk don't make it no more. Only way you can be able to get one of those 1/130 scale is more or less on eBay, or going to hobby shows and see all these kit vendors out there. They probably got them there too. It's the only place you get them, guys. No other place to get them. And there's a Stonebecker made one. I built a Stonebecker 1/72nd scale. It was made out of wood. Back in 1954, 55, I think it was, I built one. And it was, matter of fact, it was, well, United Airlines. Who was it? It was, yeah, United Airlines. It was orange and blue logos on there. All aluminum color. When I was building this right here, it reminded me of that a lot. Okay, enough chatter. I got some stills that I made right behind me. We can zoom in the camera and we'll review the stills. So we'll go back and take a look at the real machine, and I'll show you what else what I got going on. Okay, here we go, fellas. We'll zoom in. If I can find out where it's at. There it is, right behind me. I'm getting a pretty good idea, fellas, of working this trailer right here. I make everything what I can do. Just this damn camera, boy. I tell you, I had to remind my sound on. Okay. Well, this is the first tail right here. Right side of the fuselage. All that's left to do in this thing is that I gotta take those maskings off that window right there, off the canopy. And they gave me a bunch of transparencies right here. I could pop these in. I've already tried it, boy. That's why I let them out. I wasn't gonna pop them in and masking off, but you can pop them in this way or pop them in that way. It don't matter. So instead of masking them up, I'm afraid if I mask these off and move the masking, those windows will pop in there and fall inside the fuselage and I'm screwed. And I won't be able to, you know, I could maybe probably use crystal clear or an air or tacky glue, which is like crystal clear. I could use that. But I elected to take those windows out. I got them down below here, my Agent Susan here. And I'm going to pop them in like that. They go in very easily. So I just lined the edges up with tacky glue and pop my windows in there and move those maskings. I've got to paint that black anti glare panel. I've already got a masking for it already, like a mask around that day glow orange. And go ahead and add my anti-glare panel, and I get some antennae up there, and also the direction finders up there. I got to put on there also. So when that's all done, that's all left. This kit's ready for the final review. I should have the final review of this for you tomorrow. Wasn't gonna have it for tonight, but I decided to tape off a little bit. I don't want to get too ahead of myself on this thing. I want to get it done right, and I got other stuff going here too. And so tomorrow, so stay posted. I have the final review for the C130 Samaritan. Next slide, Frankie Day. There it is, looking over the right side of the fuselage. It's funny how the light turns that little gray and that big orange and the yellow. And here's my Matchbox SPD Dauntless Dive Bomber, SPD-3. That's in the background. I'm going to kind of clean that up a little bit and I think hang that up. It's really hard painting all this up. I painted this whole airplane with white. And I masked off the area here, and I painted it orange through there. And run a masking through there to mask this off. The same through there. Because when I do the tip, fellas, when you're doing the fluorescent colors, always put white on the background. Because if you don't, it'll take lots and lots and lots, I say lots, of coats of this color, and it won't give you the true brilliance of it. So always use a white belt border background to apply your fluorescent colors. Alright, next slide. There it is, same pose, looking on the left side. Got my wing walks, I masked all of them down, and I took some trim tape, and I trim tape it. After I was painting it black, I went ahead and made my tape on there. I applied my aluminum and my white over it, and pull the tape off and got nice beautiful wing walks right there. Like I say, put those windows in and a glare panel, open up those darn maskings I put on there. This bird's done. There's another pose of it, almost like the other one, except a little closer, I think. Those windows look really nice there. You can see where I masked them off and everything. Once I take these maskings off, they'll really look nice. There's the other side. I start to pick at it, see how it is right there with an eye. Comes up really good. I used regular blue tape for that. I don't like that Tamiya tape they got. It's too thin and loses sticking to it. That blue tape works very well. Masking is very hard to do in all kinds of models, and it's one of the most hectic things that gets all your nerves. It's annoying, but it's got to be done. If you're going to produce a good model, make it look right, and it's worth that time. There's another shot of it right there. Another shot of it right there. Another shot of it right there. There's the albatross. I'm going to paint my albatross that color. That's still in there. Okay. Camera, zoom back out. Alright, fellas, I've been working on everything. Everything. I've got this ready to be painted. I'll probably be painting this tonight. My Boeing F-4B. I got that going. So I'm going to be painting that tonight. And I've been farting around with this here too. This is a vacuum form kit. It's my former plane, 1/72nd scale. This is the Hawker Sidney Nimrod MR1. All vacuum form. I got to sand off this filler off this wing right here. Up here and prime it. Then when it's all primed, actually I already get the maskings on the windows right here too. Usually a clear piece of window right there. Clear piece. You got to put that clear piece of that canopy on there like that. Then you got to fill them with epoxy around there. Vacuum form kits are a different world of their own. Actually, they lead a lot of ways in scratch building. Actually, this is scratch build. This is I put new formers in it. Matter of fact, I made 2 live action videos of this. And I said, what the hell, I'm going to get this thing done. So I got a lot of things to do. I got to put the scoop here in front, the air intakes there in front, and it's also jet exhaust back there. And I got undercarriage put on, got a lot of work, so I'm going to more or less get this thing ready to be sanded down and primed. Okay, been working on that one. I've been working on a assembly flying boat. This is by Hasegawa. This is their first release. Hasegawa made another one of these things. It's about $119, $120. Miles and miles better than this one. This was released back in 1970 because I bought this back in 1970. This is the old kit. It cost $8 back then. I got this out of my stash. So I get that assembled and get that ready to go. What else I got going on here, Frankie? Oh yeah. I've been working on my battleship USS Maryland. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I put it over here. Got the cage mess up forward done. I got a lot of work to do in this thing. This 1/700 scale. Very, very small. I compared the USS Baltimore class cruiser. I thought they're about the same size as a battleship, but I was wrong. They're 700 feet long. The Maryland was 624 feet long, so I guess you had about almost 100 feet, 100-something feet bit difference on it. Okay, what else I got going on here? Oh yes. After I get the final build done on the Samaritan, I've got my nail going on here. I've got my transparencies I got put on here. I've already got them framed out, ready to be painted and framed already. All I got to do now is just go ahead and add the bombs on the bomb rack, because these nail bombers, they had external bomb bays. No one bomb bay doors at all. That was another downfall these things had. This thing came out very sweetly and very nice. Thank you, Hasegawa. That kit went together like a dream. No fit issues at all, none. Okay, one more thing before we before we close up the video. I'm gonna work on this bad boy too. On my albatross. I got that shaking. I gotta sand up that filler. I gotta add the canopy, mask it, add the transparency on here, mask it, mask all these windows off in here too, put my door on there, and prime it and start painting aluminum. It's amazing how I get everything cramped in here. Okay, I got a special for you guys here. We'll stick this Nimrod over here. Where was that before? Yeah, there we go. Alright, oh yeah. I got this at Smitty's Hobby Shop. I bought this about last weekend. This is the last model that I will be getting from Smitty's Hobby Shop. I'll tell you why. I'm pretty well downhearted about it. This darn virus right here has caused this man to go out of business. I mean, I went there to get some more paint. And I went, what the hell is going on now? It looks like everything's moving out. I said, hey. I said, hey, Russ, are you moving? Oh, Frank, we're out of business. I didn't know that. What happened? He goes, well, the damn virus it's caused me to close my doors. Besides, the lease is up right here. This is not my building. and they got better plans for it than I do, and it's been a pleasant 83 years, Frank, in this hobby shop. 83 years of memory. I know I spent 43 years of my life being in that hobby shop all the time. That was the last of its type, the last of the hobby shops. What's so special about the hobby shop? You get old goats like me who pass away, got all their models laying around, and somebody sees it, and of course, old goats like me are very smart because I'm not letting no one take everything I got. It either goes to the museum or it goes to a hobby shop. Well, since Quest is out of business now, I'm going to have to think of another plan. And so, anyway, make a long story short, that's so distant for me. I don't want to think about it by me passing away right now. I'm pretty healthy. But make a long story short, guys, you know, I'm very sad that the place went out of business, and it hurt a lot of people. Now we're going to rely on the hobby shops got out here, and they deal with RC cars and foam-powered radio-controlled airplanes. These foamy jobs. They don't care about us models, so the only hobby shop I got's on the internet, so I'm going to have to deal from there. And deal from each other, you know. We'll all be going to each other. Hey, Frank, got this, got that? Yeah, I'll send it to you. Don't worry about it. You owe me nothing. We're all here to help each other. All happy family here, fellas. Okay, that's the conclusion of video 2 on the CONVAIR 340 Samaritan. And so I stay supposed to have the final reveal tomorrow on it. I'm going to be painting this thing tonight. And take the night off and go to work tomorrow. Do some more modeling tomorrow. That's about it. Okay, fellas, that's how it's going. That's why I haven't been in videos for a while. I've been working on a lot of models lately, so I'll be knocking them out 3 or 4 at a time, and I'll probably be going to my storage area and take some of these models and put them back in storage. I'll be getting me a house probably next month when this stuff breaks, because I got to get out of here. You know, I've been here about 4 or 5 months now and tried to see if I like it, and I'm very grateful I got a roof over my head, but for my needs, I got to have room. And you guys know this. And I'm very surprised I can bring all this stuff crammed in a little... I feel like I'm living in Japan right now. I got a little cubicle space where I got all my stuff. It's like I feel like a gypsy back here. Everything's piled up here, but I know where everything's at. Okay, that's about it, guys. Just a little rambling. Let's see what Frankie Day's got on the bench right now, coming your way. Okay, make Mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Take care of yourselves. Spend wisely. Stay focused when you're driving. Be focused of your surroundings. And it's going to get cold. We're going to have 5 more inches of snow coming in tonight. We already got 8 inches yesterday. Last night, I should say. And a lot of places got a lot of snow. So bundle up, keep warm. Nothing's better. A beverage of your choice. And build models. Get crazy, like Stu says. Okay, this is Frankie Day signing up Frankie Day Models. Love you, fellas. You guys take good care of yourself. Be safe. Please be safe. Wear your mask out there. Don't take any chances. You got more crap coming from this stuff. It's not over with yet, fellas. It's not over with until everybody starts getting nailed and it'll start slowing down. Okay, Frankie Day out of here. We'll see you tomorrow for the final reveal for this CONVAIR 340. We'll see you guys later. God bless you, fellas. Take care, fellas.